Hey, Danny. What happened?
Some joker cut me up yesterday, man.
Who?
Fuck if I know.
Danny, this is my big brother. He's here from Japan.
Your brother didn't run into me yesterday, did he? He's not the one who fucked my eye up, is he?
What? 兄貴、昨日こいつに会ってないだろ。目なんかついてないよな。Hey, all Japanese look same to you. You can't tell one from the other.
Yeah, maybe so.
Hello, Scenesters. This is Movie Review Justin, and we're doing something a little different today. This is still a psychology in movies video, so I am going to discuss the film Brother by Japanese director Takeshi Kitano. And I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm not Japanese and I've never practiced or studied Japanese, but either way, we're talking about a Japanese-produced film Brother and its strong themes of duty and honor. But since before I even made this channel, I've always wanted to do this project and talk about Takeshi Kitano, sometimes called Beat Takeshi on certain labels and in certain markets. I'm going to use both names interchangeably, so be warned. So Takeshi Kitano is a Japanese director, like I said previously, and his movies are interesting to say the least. You might know him from this weird show they had late nights on Spike TV. I haven't really seen a ton of Japanese films, and the ones that I have seen normally have him in them, so I don't know if his film style is typical. Although what I have seen of Akira Kurosawa and Miyamoto Miyazaki is that they tended to take this more laid-back approach to storytelling, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. I've always described his movies as very down-tempo. Something about them and the way they are shot and paced sort of relaxes your brain, the same way watching someone very talented paint might. I'm not the only person that describes him this way. Amazon, which is most of his movies, also uses that specific word down-tempo just like I did. He loves long cuts of seemingly frivolous, non-dialogue scenes that are so masterful at world-building and so much more revealing than any exposition or action might be. Let me show you a random scene. This is from Brother, and his movies are full of scenes like this one. But he has always known how to capture so much humanity in his film's characters in a way I've never seen done before in other gangster films. And this is his very best movie that captures this in his attempt at breaking into the Western market with his 2000 film, Brother. Most of Kitano's movies are about gangsters or ordinary people who get caught up in gangster activities, and things get too hot with rival gangs and with police, and so they have to flee and chill out and lay low in Okinawa. That's an island off southern Japan, and I guess it's like a country beach area people go to relax. Anyway, Brother is slightly different because it's about a gangster named Anaki, translated as Big Brother, whose boss dies during a gang war, and so amidst all the chaos, this gangster has to flee and lay low in America. Real different, right? And while he's in America, he finds his younger brother. Wait a second, this guy is young enough to be his son. Anyway, he finds out his brother is also involved in criminal activities as a very low-level drug dealer, and when he sees his brother get mistreated by some gangsters higher up on the scale, he intervenes and defends him, really pissing off the Mexican cartel. From there, Beat Takashi's character basically takes over and shows these Muppets how to be actual gangsters. I find certain elements of this movie very fantastic, and by that I mean hard to believe, and yet I find some seem so deeply connected to humanity and the human experience of what life is really all about, that his movies feel so real to me. Here's a small example. A lot of the Yakuza in this movie are so quiet and disciplined, and you can just tell based off how they talk to each other, they have a very clear pecking order. That's because as Yakuza, they don't want anyone knowing what they are thinking, what they are looking at, or what they are talking about. Their suits let everyone else know that they're gangsters, but aside from that, they are trying to keep as low of a profile as possible to maintain the element of surprise. Even with all of the ritual and ceremony, there is so much economy to everything that they do. And by economy, I mean when someone gets a lot out of just a little amount. I mean, just watching this movie, I felt like I understood so much intrinsically about the culture and the mindset and just how just different and foreign it was. And this is what great storytelling is. Whenever you can take someone mentally to a completely other place where they feel the sun and breeze on their face, they can smell the air, his movies have a way of transporting you into another life, not just a time or place. I don't think it was an accident or gimmick that the plot of Brother is Kitano's character traveling from Japan to America. I think by having the Aniki character slowly experience American culture after being dropped off speaking none of our language, understanding any of our customs, this parallels our own adventure as the observer going into Japan and just seeing how different everything is. It's one of those movies or one of those things where you don't know that you lack something until you experience it, and then once you have it, you can't go back pretending that it didn't exist. And I understand that's very vague, so I'm going to be specific. Duty and honor. So, most gangster movies are sort of power and money fantasies, like I said, where people beat up whoever they want, even whoever just casually disrespects them, and then they buy whatever they want. They drive around in cool cars, but because everyone is so gangster and so full of hubris, it always falls apart as sort of a lesson. Takeshi Kitano's films have a slight bit more going on. A lot more going on. Oh my god, that's such a good suit. The major thing you'll notice is everyone's complete devotion to loyalty and honor, with the unspoken Yakuza code that it is something worthy of dying over. Honor is simply doing what you say you're going to do, or at least die trying. I thought I had a good grasp of loyalty, but this movie helped expand that. What is the proudest you have ever been to be part of something? Have you ever been part of a brotherhood? For anybody that's ever been part of a high-performing team, or ever been like in the top 1% of something, or been in a situation where you had the lives of other people in your hands and they had your life in theirs, there is no other feeling on this planet like belonging to people that have your back and vice versa. When you depend on other people and they depend on you, where whenever someone asks you to do something, it's because you're the most qualified to handle it. Where being a leader doesn't mean just ordering people around, but people are depending on you for action and guidance. This is what I mean by duty. Brother is such a beautiful movie about people's unwavering loyalty, and we see it built brick and mortar style, piece by piece as the movie unfolds. We see so many things that come and go in life, but brotherhood, duty, and honor are things that remain strong, no matter what, after the bonds have formed. It's something that this modern world tremendously lacks. Everything here in America and in the Western world is so corporate. People can't stand the companies that they work for, and larger corporations don't care about people. They just want to extract every last dollar from you. Because we lack this concept of loyalty and duty fundamentally as a nation, we are missing out on so much honor and purpose. I think that's what Beat Takeshi brings to the screen, is such a strong sense of dignity and compassion to these roles. Anyway, this has been Movie Review Justin. I know that I rambled on this one, but I was just so excited I wanted to speak from the heart. Here at Psychology in Movies, we label the movie Brother as our example of duty and honor. Please like and subscribe if you've gotten this far. It helps the channel grow and reach new people.